So today I'm going to be doing a first impressions on this Goss 2018 holiday brush. So this brush retails for $48 and it's limited edition. This brush is supposed to be like a supersized version of his airbrush. His airbrush is my favorite face brush ever to touch my face. Favorite. And it's so good that I had to actually buy a backup. So you know I love this brush. So this is supposed to be the supersized version of this brush. Now, this brush I believe is made of squirrel hair, and this one is made from goat hair. So that's a difference. Now, in feel, they feel pretty much, they feel pretty similar to me. On the face, they feel similar as well. You can contour with this brush. You can add highlight with this brush. You can sculpt any parts of your face with this brush. You can apply products both wet and dry with this brush. And this brush is also sold out on Beautylish, okay? I mean, when I first watched the video of that he was releasing this brush, I was like, yes, because when I got this brush, I initially got it for contouring, and yes, although it was good for contouring, it's just too small. You got to do, I mean, you would have to do, I like if you can't tell, a very not intense, but strong contour. You know, these fluffy cheeks, you know, I need to rein them in. And this one was just, it just took so much to build up, you know, so much to build up my contour, although it did leave my skin looking airbrushed. Like the contour looked airbrushed. It just took too much time. So I ended up, this brush ended up just becoming my setting under the eye brush and also my highlighting brush. And on special days, I would use that for contouring as well. And also it was good for sculpting out my nose. Now, with this one, I used it, you'll see later on, to sculpt out my nose for my cheek work, for my jawline, and it worked so well. I love this brush. This is a supersized version of this brush. Not in shape so much, because this one looks more like it looks like a fan brush, but like the center part of a fan brush. Now, this is my Sonia G, what is this, Sculpt One Fan Brush, and it just looks like the center portion of it. Now, this is more dense, but this is, it's very tapered. This brush is tapered all the way around. It kind of looks like my Sonia G, where's it at? I have another like small fan brush from Sonia G that it kind of looks like, but that too is a little denser than this. This is like more light and fluffy, and that's why I'm thinking I get that airbrush feel to it. Now, the only mistake I made this time, I thought that maybe because it's not as dense as my Sonia G brush, I thought that I could use this Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer in cappuccino, but no, this is so pigmented. You have to use a serious light hand with it. So when I went in with it, you'll see later, it was just a little bit too powerful. So I'm thinking like this brush is going to work better with like a Bahama Mama or a bronzer, or a, what is this, Thomas bronzer from The Balm. And also it would probably work good with the Greg as well, even though this is a richer color. But needless to say, this brush is phenomenal. It does it all. I will not be using this for my whole face, even though in the demo you'll see me use it for my cheeks, I mean for my my blush, for my highlight and all that. I will not be using it for those reasons. I will only be using this strictly for bronzing and contouring, period. That's it. I'm not wiping off my brush 100 times to do everything with it, even though you'll see that you can do that, but I'm not going to do that with this brush. Now, if you are interested in purchasing this brush, you would have to go on Beautylish and sign up for an update on when it will be available again, because it sold out so quickly. I ended up pre-ordering this brush. This is why I got this brush. I probably wouldn't have even snagged it because of the fact that that's how quick. By the time I got from work at 3, it released on the 19th, and by the time I got from work on at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it was sold out. So I mean, I think everybody already had like the heads up about this brush. This is a keeper. This is a staple brush. This is something that you're gonna want before it sells out again. I'm not gonna buy a backup of this because it's like a little too steep in price to buy a backup. This one, the airbrush, you can actually still pick it up at Beautylish for I think around $35. But this one costs $48, and that's a significant difference to me. So I will not get a backup, but I will take care of this one very well. I will do all the things I need to do to maintain it so that it will last me many, many years to come. But anyway, thank you so much for watching my first impressions review of this brush. I will be using it. I'm not going to use it for, I might try it out. Try using it for applying foundation. I won't promise anything because I don't like wetting my face brushes at all, period, unless it's like a face brush that I'm using for highlighting or something like that. I may wet that brush a little bit, and like a Real Techniques brush, but not my Japanese brush. So I don't think so. So stay tuned for the demo, and it'll be a talk through demo of me telling you what I'm doing with my face, and yeah. But anyway, thanks for watching. So right now I've gone in to my Anastasia Beverly Hills powder bronzer in Cappuccino, and right now I'm just trying to figure out how to use this brush so that I can get the lightest application, because I really want a light wash of color. But that's not really what I got right now. So right now I'm just trying to blend this out to get the desired effect. So in order to get a more light wash of color, I have decided to apply the bronzer on my face using the side of the brush in a swiping motion, which is seeming to give me what I want, which is a light wash of color. So in order to get a more defined contour, I've added product to the top of the brush and have went in. So now I'm gonna contour my nose, and I've added a little bit of bronzer to the tip of the brush, and I'm lightly sculpting out the nose. And I could have done better, but it's nice to know that this brush is that versatile that it can actually contour and sculpt out small parts of the face. So now I'm wiping off my brush because I'm about to highlight this face using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter. So now I've wiped off my brush again, and I'm going to be going in with my Milani 01 Romantic Rose blush. So in order to bring this whole look together, I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish to buff out the entire look. So this is the final look, and this brush gets an A+ for me.